All right, starting off here with some pause squats. Uh, these went well, but as you'll see here, I'm making a distinction between high bar and low bar squats, and I will explain that in a bit. But these were good. No complaints here. All right, here's my deadlifts. Uh, I think in hindsight, I should have only done 2 sets instead of three. Uh, I always feel bad when I'm not doing the most amount of work that I can, but I was gassed for the rest of the week. Um, and these were pretty ugly as well. Uh, and the fourth rep on the last set was a turbo grinder. I didn't take a video of it, but I was, it took me probably 4 seconds. Not pulling slack is the main thing here that I need to correct. Yeah, see, still not pulling slack on the block pull either. But these are better. Yeah, I don't know. I swear I'm worse at block pulls than I am at regular deadlift. Here's 3 chin-ups with the plate. I'm gonna switch to pull-ups after this just to change it up. That way I'm not like chin-up coping. Here's close grip. This is good. Nothing really to say here. These were clean. Last week they were really shaky, but this week it felt fine. So I think I was just tired last week. I mean, obviously it's lighter, but here's my squats. So yeah, decided to come back to low bar. Uh, this was a really bad workout for me. I was not in the zone, or I was just really upset, which caused me to get out of the zone. Um, I just wasn't feeling it. Low bar was working well, and I was just upset that I had fucked around with high bar for basically no reason. Um, and I just upset with myself because I'm always trying stuff, and it's like, well, why do you need to try stuff if the other stuff was working okay? And it's a fair question. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. I'm slowly learning that if it ain't broke, don't fix it is the correct mindset to be in. Um, but it's hard because I'm just naturally curious about lifting, so I want to try stuff. But I think my days of trying stuff are over. Hopefully, because it was really disheartening. Um, I also think with my low bar squats, I need to widen out my stance a little bit because I think I'm cramming my ass into my where it can't go. So it ends up torquing on my back a little bit. So I'm gonna try a little bit wider stance. And these I was just out of juice. I was just I had more in the tank mentally, but physically I was just, or excuse me, more in the tank physically, but mentally I was just done. And they get to be pretty, look pretty heavy. Yeah, I after this I just called it for the workout. And the next day I took some singles because this next 10 weeks are going to be, 10-week cycle of my program here. So this is my squat. It goes pretty well. A little bit dipping forward with the bar, which it always does. So I think widening my stance is going to be helpful. I go a little wider here, and yeah, it's a lot better. So I think that's the play. Work on my adductor flexibility and strength a little bit. This is a light single for me, 315. I've done that for 6 recently, relatively recently. So, but still not bad. And here's a RPE 5 bench. It was heavy. So based on this, I'm going to lower my bench goal for the meet a little bit, which is okay. And deadlift, I think, is right on track where I can set a PR at the meet. My PR is 457. I think I can hit 462. I think I can. This is what I was listening to when I was having a good time. When I was having a bad time, wasn't listening to anything. But Fred Durst could actually scream, which is kind of cool. Yeah, and this is just a groovy, fun album. Not really a new metal guy. I like Linkin Park, but everyone likes Linkin Park. I like Soulfly decently. Everything else, not really a big fan, but I enjoyed it. Yeah, here's my email. I'm not selling myself particularly well, but bad weeks happen. And it's okay. I got the bad week out before my cycle started over. So I'm in meet prep. I'm going to have a good 10 weeks of meet prep here. Going to lift well at the meet. And, yeah, this is my email if you want to look for some coaching for free.